Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Grown Up Kids podcast. Y'all aren't excited at all over there?
Dude, I
thought you were gonna introduce us.
No, I low-key forgot.
We're talking to them first. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Grown Up Kids podcast.
I totally forgot we were recording on YouTube. Like I totally forgot.
Yes, it's video now. So today is a little different. Typically it's three of the co-hosts kind of leading the conversation, but we have my cousin Joseph Ryan, joining us, and we also have a returning guest, Jesse.
What it do,
joining
baby?
Us. His episode the episode that he was on happens to be the most popular episode on the podcast right now.
Yeah. And so Jesse, if you want to spill any more of your embarrassing stories, dude, do it. That's good for the viewership.
Is that the one with the singing?
No, that's Wesley.
Oh, that was good.
That's one of the worst listened.
Wow. Okay, but I will say this. Here's the funny thing about that. That his episode, Wesley's, I think it was Wesley Wesley aspiring 80s songwriter episode. That one was like the top listened episode for like 3 months.
I probably shouldn't say this, but that's the first podcast I ever listened to. Yeah. Was that one?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, super late to the game, but it's all good.
Wow. So anyway, we got these guys joining us. They're not new to the podcast. They've been on before. They're definitely new to the video aspect though, because this is still pretty new for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I remember when we told Joey that we were starting a podcast, he was like, "Man, y'all should get into video," and that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
because that's just like where things.
How old is the podcast? How many years?
4.
4. Dang,
4 years. Yeah. Thank you.
So we have 10 subscribers for every year this podcast has been running.
That's kind of crazy though. That's almost.
Hey, shout out to the people in Belgium, right?
Yeah.
Swag.
Your waffles are great.
Shout out Eden Hazard.
Eden Hazard? What the heck is that? Are you starting already? We haven't even gotten to that part of the conversation yet.
If you know, it's a Belgian soccer player.
Oh, got you. That's why there's
you were cussing.
That's why there's nerdy stuff over here, and there's a
volleyball.
I could name the whole Belgian squad right now, but I won't.
Okay, good. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Let's get into some conversation. On our social media, we posted on our story, and we asked you guys to submit some questions. So I'm gonna read those right at the top.
Let's do it,
and let's see.
Follow us on the Grown Up Kids podcast on Instagram.
And subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe. And yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do it now.
So the first question comes to us from Where is Brandon? So that's the account name. And he said, "Who's y'all's favorite Batman?"
Ain't that the dude that got hit by a truck?
Oh, no.
Who? Where's Brandon?
No.
Oh, that's not Brandon.
No.
Oh, my bad.
So Where is Brandon responded to?
Where's Brandon's probably been hit by a truck too.
Maybe.
We didn't ask him.
Okay, so let's start with Isaac, and there's tons of questions, so let's try not to take too much time on these. Okay.
Yeah.
So just like quick thinking, like what would you say is like your favorite Batman?
I would say.
Or who was your favorite Batman?
The Dark Knight. What's his name? Christian Bale. Christian Bale. Boom.
You're not a fan.
Okay. I think I'm the only one alongside Brandon that agrees, but I think that Ben Affleck is the best Batman.
Incredible.
He's got that good Batman butt chin.
Oh,
like if all you're gonna show is your chin, it's got to have a good crease in it.
Okay, sure.
Go, Jesse.
I haven't seen enough Batman to lock in an answer.
What's the last one you remember? Because that's probably going to be the one that you choose.
I mean,
that's why you have
what's the one you said?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Okay.
I think Ben Affleck is an incredible Batman, but I'm just gonna go with Kevin Conroy, classic.
Wow.
Cartoon Batman.
The cartoon Batman. Okay.
He's the voice. When I think of Batman, I think of Kevin Conroy.
Okay. Heck yeah. He voiced like some didn't he voice a video game?
Animated series, video game.
That's dope.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Okay. Nice. All right, so this isn't really a question, but this is more of a suggestion. So Jonathan Anzaldua.
Hey, he's hearing stuff. He's getting scared.
Are you playing music?
No, it's probably like a
this guy's
airplane.
freaking out.
It's an airplane.
Bro.
It's an airplane.
Is it an airplane?
Yeah.
That's
like
crazy.
that's an airplane or something.
Hey, can I be weird real quick?
Sure.
Upstairs, when I went upstairs, it was dark.
Mm-hmm.
I felt some weird stuff going on.
Really?
Well, it's a church. That always happens.
The Holy Spirit
No, but
is resident here.
I haven't felt stuff like that in years. I've always been like, bro, I don't care. And it was even like, dude, this is silly that I'm even feeling anything. And I was like, oh, but I am feeling something.
It's probably because you ate your food fast in the car and you
No.
didn't even get to enjoy it.
No, it's because I knew somebody was going to ask me who my favorite Batman was, and I didn't know.
Okay.
That's what I felt. For all of you atheists out there listening.
Look, I'm telling you right now. I'm being honest with you. Like straight up.
Like off the podcast. Like I'm
No, I know. But look at me.
No, on
Like,
the podcast.
I'm being serious. Look at me.
Say it in the mic.
I had no plans. It's too late. This all was all last minute. Like, what makes you think I have some sort of
track
prank
list.
and scary thing planned? I promise you, bro. I don't.
It's because you're more of an athlete and not a nerd right
Hey,
now, bro.
but I will say that you are the type of person that you're very good at thinking on the spot.
Okay, I appreciate it.
We were
But
listening to
this isn't.
we were
It's gone
listening
now,
to J.
though.
Cole in the car. I was showing you a song, and this dude started playing sirens, like police sirens.
I started playing.
that was
police sirens.
crazy, dude.
And I
Oh.
thought that it was part of the song. He asked me, I was so confident. Hey man, is there a cop following you? And I was like, no, it's a part of the song. And then he lowers the music and he shows me his phone. No, it's not.
No.
Super
So
confident.
I turned it up and I put my phone down like this, and all I hear is, and I was like, "Is that part of the song?" And real quick, he's like, "Yeah, it's part of the song." I was like, "Okay." And then I pressed replay and I put it down and I lowered the music,
Yeah.
and I was like, "That's not part of the song." And then Joey sat up straight and he starts looking in the rearview mirror and he's like looking for the cop. I promise you, like that's not me.
Hey,
Promise.
but not to creep you guys out. No.
that was Nathan.
Where is he?
He's in the booth.
Nah, I'm finna fight, bro. Like, I'm
No.
not even playing.
Bro, that wasn't me. That was Nathan.
What was that,
It was
Nate?
Nathan.
Where's
he
he
does that
at?
sound. He's in the booth.
Where?
Somewhere.
He's not there.
Did the AC shut off?
Nah, I'm not playing, bro.
Wait.
No.
What's happening?
No.
What's going on
honestly,
right now,
I'm
bro?
not even nervous.
Bro,
I'm not even
honestly,
nervous. I'm not even nervous because I know it's Nathan.
Hey, you better come back.
Where's he at?
You better tell me you back there.
Where's he at?
You guys are...
Where's he at though?
No, sir.
Bro,
Hold on.
I'm not playing either.
Hold on.
I'm swinging.
It's not...
Where?
Look, I can't even... I'm not even going to seem like a macho man because y'all are thinking that I'm in on it.
Nah.
That's not me.
Where
Oh, no,
is
that's not me.
he?
Look, go right here and turn the lights on. There's light switches right there.
Bro,
If you really want to. Right there by the
I
piano.
don't
Right there by the
talk about
piano.
conspiracies anymore, bro.
Oh.
It's not funny.
What are you doing? Okay. My man's thinking about content. I like that.
No,
I'm saying to please don't drop that. That's Joey's. No, wait. No, hold on. I'm not saying to go back there. Hold on. I'm not saying to go back there. I'm saying behind the piano, there's some light switches you can turn on. It's gonna turn on all the lights in here. You guys are crazy.
I swear, if this is the.
What's making me laugh is that he just threw something.
That's crazy,
Now you know the thrill of it,
dude.
of scaring people. But I didn't put him up to
Heck no.
that. He just did that on his own. Nathan's like, "What are you talking about? You told me to do it."
You see, you slid me a 20 for me to do
Dude,
that.
Y'all
This
better
guy-
put that in the party. I'm gonna be. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, that part is all getting cut out for sure.
See, I told you, Tim.
Okay, but it's not
Dude.
expected.
You gotta
and
get-
then I heard it too, bro. I know
I'm
what
saying,
you're talking
dude.
about. Nah.
I'm saying, bro.
Nah.
Like it was like a.
Here's
This
the funny thing: y'all are the ones that want to do conspiracy theories, and
I'm
y'all are the
down.
ones
Let's
pissing your
do
pants
it.
already.
Let's
no,
do it.
listen,
I'm down
listen.
to talk.
This is gonna sound super stupid, but it sounded like a spacecraft. Tell me it didn't.
Right? No.
Tell me it
no,
didn't.
no.
Tell me it
Because
didn't
I
right
wanted
now.
to prove that he was.
That sounded like a
not- or
spacecraft.
whatever.
Like it was like floating above the church.
No,
Tell me it wasn't.
I swear there was a rocket.
I'm saying,
I'm not
bro.
even joking.
I'm telling. Like when I took my headphones off.
It was a airplane or something. The airplanes fly over this spot all
no,
the
but that was like hovering above the church.
I never get scared.
Like my heart, I got like massive chill. Like
Wow.
Bro.
that was crazy.
For those of you who don't know, this is going to be a conspiracy theory podcast. So
This is the second one that we've done.
It's completely dark in here outside of what's lighting us up. So
Yeah,
what
we can't see like
we
past these
can't
lights.
see, yeah. So
All we see is like the red exit sign and the red clock that's up there.
just to give you some contextamundo.
Next question.
Oh yeah. Let's go back to comic books.
Yeah. So this was more of a suggestion, not so much a question. This is from Jonathan Anzaldua. He says, that sour challenge was nothing, Gux. Hit me up when you want to do the one chip challenge.
I'm good.
I've done it before.
Really? The full thing or just like a little piece
No,
of
I
it?
ate the full chip.
Dang. You have hair in your chest, don't you?
How many?
You
Got
dog.
a forest.
Did you know that God counts those hairs on your chest?
Mm-hmm.
He knows them all.
So I think we have a lot of Batman fans, I guess. Another question comes from, how do you say that? Isai? Isai,
Yeah,
right?
Isai. Yeah,
Isai
yeah.
Rios.
What up, Isai?
He's our friend, a good friend of ours. He
bro?
asked us Batman or Superman. This one's a no-brainer for me, but we'll start with Isaac. Batman or Superman?
First of all, shout out to Isai. He co-wrote Estar Contigo.
Dude, that's a banger.
Estar Contigo.
Oh, damn, that's
Sing
a
it with my
classic.
nose.
Yeah.
Why otro? Anyways,
Ah,
I'm gonna go with Superman.
No way, Batman.
I'm gonna go with Batman as well.
I'll do Superman.
Okay.
My man.
Well, let's do a tiebreaker. Nate, shot it from the mountaintops. Batman or Superman? Oh my God. Nathan said Superman.
Hey,
Cool.
Well,
32.
Overruled.
What
Superman
else?
is better, I guess.
What else the Gux got?
Dude, where did
All
Nathan
right.
just pop out of?
So, okay. This one's a good one. This one comes from the Real Kid Lucid, which is Caleb, our former co-host, good friend of the podcast, and actually cousins to me and Joey. His question is, what's
Caleb.
everyone's favorite song at the moment? Isaac?
Easy.
Y'all go first then.
Mine right now at the moment is probably Path by Sunny.
Sunny the Duo.
Sunny the Duo.
That's a new band he found on Apple Music. It's one of the singers from Hillsong United or Hillsong Young and Free. Okay.
She's the one who sings like Peace, Falling Into You, like all the
She started like
classics.
a little like.
Okay.
It's dope.
Okay,
More Than Able. Elevation. Chandler Moore.
that's his
Fire.
hero.
It's a great
Bro.
song.
What's my favorite song right now?
Um, I don't even listen to music anymore, bro.
That's true. You don't.
I listen to podcasts.
Just Dua Lipa.
I think
Just Dua Lipa.
I don't think I have a favorite song. I do have songs on repeat, and I actually have a playlist on Spotify. There's this artist named Karuk that I've been listening to, and the song is called "I'm Not Doing Well." It's like a very
Are you
like,
okay?
Yeah, are
vulnerable.
you-
No,
are
I'm
you
doing
okay?
fine.
You good?
But it's like a super vulnerable song, and it's very like moving, and
He
it just tugs on your heartstrings.
He played it in the car the other day, and I was low-key trying to decide whether it was like a signal or not.
Yeah, no,
'Cause
I'm
he-
good.
'cause
What's
he-
Nate
'cause-
doing, bro?
Dude.
So
He's like
if,
popping out his head and stuff.
Yeah, I swear he
So-
just rotated his head 360 degrees.
hey, so if you want to hear John's playlist, hit the link. John's gonna put it there.
Okay.
I just transitioned to YouTube music.
That's crazy.
I know it's crazy.
That's like
Okay. What's the last song you heard? Let's just
Serial
go with
killer
that.
vibes.
The last song I heard was whatever they played today, Champion.
Champion.
Okay.
You
Trash
are my
bombs.
champion. Yeah. All right.
The only thing I will give Spotify over Apple is the song Fade.
Oh, that's
Mm.
true.
That's crazy. Like I missed that.
Okay, so this one was a question that I wrote because this is something that I've actually wondered. Okay, so if you had a podcast before you joined the Guck podcast, what would it be about?
Something Jesus.
Probably sports, honestly.
Sports, JoJo?
I think if I had a podcast, I would interview people.
Like maybe like hip hop topics and stuff.
Yeah, like artists.
Hey, you should
Culture.
do that. You should do that.
culture people. I like have my own talk show. Like, yo, what's up? Welcome to the Papas.
The bypass.
Welcome to the Papas podcast.
Daddy's basement.
Hey.
I think I would have like a podcast about music or something, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That'd be cool. Like a general, like
And
a,
you make a beat on the podcast and you play it at the end. That'd be fire.
Mm.
like a general culture podcast would be sick. Like,
Okay. Question comes from Coronado99, which is a friend of ours named Fernie. He said, what superpower would you have? What superpower would you guys want to have?
I would like to convince someone of anything, and they believe it.
You kind
Damn.
of already do that. For me, I think I'd want
Thank
to. I just feel like how much easier my life would be if I could just walk through walls and stuff.
It's a lot more convenient, that's for sure.
That, But that one for me, it's really tied with being invisible. I think being invisible would be really cool.
What
I'm
about half
gonna
and
say-
half?
I'm-
What about half of
no.
your body's invisible and the other half can
No.
walk through walls?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
His name would be
in-
the half and
I'm gonna
half.
go with invisibility. That's what I'm gonna go with.
That's
Jesse,
cool.
The Arnold Palmer.
I'd probably say time travel.
what would your superpower be?
My superpower, probably like teleporting. That'd be pretty cool.
That's cool.
Oh, that'd be
That
good.
would be super cool.
Like Nightcrawler.
Ooh, this one's a kind of a heavy hitting one.
Oh, snap.
There's a lot of
This-
questions.
This
Thank you.
comes from Raul Chavez. He's a friend of ours. We just saw him earlier. He sang tonight. Did
Yeah.
really well.
Shout out Raul.
Good job, bro.
Shout out
I
Raul.
like your
Good,
Yeah.
name.
good haircut.
He said, "What is your most humbling moment?"
Ooh.
What was your most humbling moment?
I mean, there was this one time I was in praise and worship, and like I totally forgot the lyrics of the song, and I went up to the girl next to me and I'm like, hey, how does the song go? And she's just like
Exactly
ignoring
like
me.
that too.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
Can you drop a name?
Wow.
Rest in peace.
Jesus is calling.
so then I go to the girl next to her and I'm like, how's the song go? Same thing. I go to my sister on the piano and she's just ignoring me too. She's just like, and I'm like, somebody help me, somebody. You know, and then I just go up to there and then I see the lyrics and I make up my own song. Jesus and whatever.
Mhm.
Dude, I get wrecked.
That's
I've never been the
crazy.
same since.
Mm.
we can tell.
I think I called out. No, I think for sure it was in high school, but some guy just said like the word God in front of another word that I was always taught is inappropriate. And I was like, come on, man, don't bring God into this. And I like thought that I was like standing up for my belief and my faith. And I was like, don't use the Lord's name in vain. And he looked at me and he's like, what verse is that in?
Oh.
And I didn't have an answer for him. I was like, it's in the Bible, bro. And he's like, but what verse? And he just started naming all the books. Every single book in the Bible, he named it.
That's crazy.
And he looked at me and he's like, bro, sit your butt down. But he said, the
It's
other one.
probably a PK.
And he goes, I
I
know.
was just about to say that.
He goes, I know more Bible than you.
Hey, the devil knows more about.
So
than
he
us.
I literally sat down. My face was like cherry red.
That's
And I was
humbling.
like, bro, like, I'm never going to open my mouth again unless I know like what I'm talking about.
That's
And
why you
ever
don't
since
preach the
then,
gospel.
ever since then, I stopped witnessing. Yes.
My brother always tells this story. We have a 4-year age gap. So the only time we ever went to school together was kindergarten and 5th grade. And obviously when you're like the last grade in the school, like you're like the king of the school, right? You're like the oldest kid.
Mhm.
And so having a kindergarten brother wasn't like the cool. So I would always avoid sitting with him, but he would always end up sitting with me either way. So I remember one time I like pushed him like, hey, don't sit with me. I'm like, my friend's sitting with me today. In the back of the school bus. And so he felt really bad. And he sat in the front of the school bus and I sat with my friend. And I didn't know my friend was sick that day. So halfway through the school bus ride, my friend threw up on me.
What?
All on my jeans. My friend threw up on me. Juan. I can't remember his last name. Yeah, he threw up on me, and my brother to this day rubs it in my face that I didn't want to sit with him, and because of that, my friend threw up on me. And I had to get off the school bus when I got home
covered in vomit.
and walk like half a street to my house covered in throw up.
And the
That's
dog came and ate the
disgusting.
rest, right?
That's crazy.
Oh,
That for me was humbling, and also like I could have just sat with my brother. You know,
Mm.
I could have been like a good older brother.
Sure.
Like, come here, brother.
Like his first year in school doesn't
It
want to sit with him.
literally, dude. He was a kindergartner, and he was like 4 or 5, and I was like 9.
Mm.
I was like, bro,
Okay.
get out of here.
lame.
Joey,
Here's some throw up.
So, I recently, so I do a lot of content for people. I do a lot of content for conferences and churches. And this year was going to be the year where I ran all of Seattle Fest's Instagram, right? Because we had the festival. And I was talking a big game to my friend, like, yo, I got this, bro. Like, I do this. Like, I'm him, right? Whatever. And, well, we had all our stuff. We had the stage set up. We had the lights. We had the soundboard. And we're getting ready to go to the hotel. And then we find out that the the security that was supposed to watch our stuff at Minute Maid parking lot, they sent back the deposit. So one of us needed to thug it out and stay to watch the stuff. So I'm the one that was like, yeah, I'll stay. Like, don't worry about it. I stayed. They came in and woke me up like around 6. Went to sleep for like 4 hours. Had to go pick up people and get ready for the festival. And I talked a big game. Like, yo, I got you. And I only gave him like 16 photos. I was talking.
Shot by iPhone.
So, and the thing too, like, one, I was tired and the heat got to me. And so, like, I was talking a big game. Like, yo, man, I do this for a living, bro. I'm him.
16 is crazy.
I only gave him the 16 of my best photos.
That's crazy.
That was a humbling moment. So
where did the other content come from?
we have shooters.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Shoot.
Here's another random one, and then we're gonna get into the questions sent to us by the hosts. Some questions from Brandon, PK, and Mike. Favorite pizza place? This is a question brought to us from Coronado99, which is our friend Fernie. Favorite pizza place, Joe?
So my favorite pizza place is currently in Houston, and it's right next to this place called Eden. I don't know what the place is called, but they have some of the best pizza I've ever had in my life, and it's by the slice, and it's so good. I think it's my number one right now.
Mm-hmm.
I grab a slice every Monday.
Okay. What about you, Jess?
The Tuscan Oven, Pensacola, Florida.
Oh,
I haven't had like an actual like pizza place here besides like Pieology. But the Tuscan Oven, they have like in the middle of the restaurant, they have a huge brick oven, and all the pizzas of the restaurant go in that oven in the very middle of the restaurant, so everybody could see what they're cooking up.
That's fire.
And it's like crazy Italian. Like it's really good.
It's spicy meatball. Yeah,
You want the pizza pie? Yeah.
that's fire.
That's the closest I ever got to meet Mario.
That's cool.
You probably did meet him.
what about you, Isaac?
I'm gonna go Pizza Hut.
That's
Really?
crazy.
Stuffed crust.
Stuffed
Stuffed
crust.
crust is
I was about
wild.
to mention that, but I'm like,
bomb,
crust is
bro.
wild.
So good.
stuffed crust, but you gotta get the marinara sauce too.
Oh, like
So you
as
dip the stuffed crust in the marinara sauce.
I just recently.
that's what I do at CC's. I get a side of marinara.
Dude, I haven't been to CC's in a long time.
Cece's is
Dude,
good.
Cece's hit.
Best cheese bread. Low-key.
Man, the name is escaping me, but we went to a pizza place in Austin, and that's hands down the best pizza I've ever had. I'm trying to look for it. If it comes back to me, I'll circle back to it because I don't want to waste any more time on that. All right, so I'm gonna play for the first time ever through our headphones the messages that were sent to us by the guys from the podcast. So this is the first one is from PK. So here we go.
All right. So who here gets scared the easiest? And if so,
Glad you
who
asked.
is it? And what was the story that made you scared easily out of all three of y'all?
Okay, so today, I'm just kidding.
He thought there was only be 3. There's 4 of us actually.
Man,
It has to be Jesse. He looks like the most skittish.
This guy's
The
scared
thing
right
is-
now.
The thing is, look, okay.
I was down to fight.
Listen, it's not that I get
Fight
scared.
a demon,
It's not that I get scared.
punch it.
It's honestly, I honestly, like, I'm not even kidding. I don't get scared. But the fact that I know that spiritually things are like real, like I know things go down like for real.
Yeah.
It's not that I get scared, but I don't like messing with that.
So
Like
you think that there's spirits driving the spaceship above the church?
absolutely.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but like, for example, right? Like I have friends who like aren't Christian or don't believe in God or whatever, and they'll do like Conjuring movies, or they'll do like,
I know.
what's it called? Like whenever it's not like
The Exorcist.
exorcism stuff. Like they like watching that kind of stuff, and for me, like, I'm almost like, I've seen it in real life, like casting out demons and stuff, right?
Yeah.
but because I've seen it, like because I've like been a part of it, like I know stuff is real.
Like it's not a movie. It's
like
like
I know stuff goes down. Like like
yeah.
at the end of the day, like that, like you can see it on the screen and you can be like, oh, whatever.
Mhm.
I've seen stuff go down in front of my eyes, like
Yeah.
within touching distance.
Yeah.
And so that's
while touching, praying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse.
wow. And so that's why, like,
So you could do like other scary movies, like horror, like
no,
slasher.
Nothing.
You can't do nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Because and it sounds like super like it sounds like I'm scared, but it's just the fact that I know stuff is real. Like
Yeah.
people
Right,
watch
but
that.
like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like that's not real.
No, it's based on a true story.
Just kidding.
I think that's why. Like
Freddy Krueger.
I get freaked out, but I don't get scared. It just
Mm.
I'm like hyper aware.
You're
of stuff.
aware.
I'm
Mm.
like, yeah.
Interesting.
Like if stuff goes down, I'm down to throw hands. I think.
I think for sure.
Throwing hands the wrong way.
I think for sure it's Jesse that's probably the most
Has to be.
skittish out of all of us.
But also, I'm very like curious.
Mhm.
Like if stuff like that goes down, I'm the kind of guy to like I want to figure stuff out and I want to get down.
Yeah,
with it.
that's me. Like if I'm laying in bed and I hear something fall, I get up to see what fell. So like if let's just say it's a piece of paper and
And
there's
if it
there's
makes
like 3
sense.
objects on the floor, I'll drop it to see what's the sound I heard. And I'm like, okay, it's good. It's not the devilish or whatever.
Bro, the craziest thing that I ever heard in the middle of the night was I heard a set of keys from because in our house, at my mom's house,
Mhm.
there's a tray that we put all the keys in,
Yeah.
and I heard I was going to the restroom at night, and I heard a set of keys just drop downstairs. I didn't hesitate. I went to my dad's room, busted open the door. I said, "Someone's in the house."
And was
And
there someone in the
my
house?
dad just got up, and he came with me. We started turning on all the lights, and I was right behind him, but I was like kind of scared. He turns on the light in the kitchen, and like he's like posting up. He's like, "What's going on?" Right? There was no keys on the floor, nothing, and I literally heard like a set of keys hit the floor.
dude. For like this happened.
I laid down in bed, and I was
You did
like,
not go to sleep.
"I know that I didn't make that up." Like and my dad's like, "Son, go to bed. Like you've been watching too much movies or whatever." And I'm like, "No, dude, I really heard a freaking set of keys. Like, why would I wake you up in the middle of the night and say there's someone in the house for no reason?"
So I got a story. So when I came down for OP,
Mhm.
I stayed with my cousin Alyssa and Andy, and they let me stay in their house. I stayed with them for 3 days. One of the nights they had left to Houston, which is funny because that's where I'm from, and so she left me a key, and so I'm chilling, whatever. I go to bed, and I hear a glass break,
What?
and I'm like, nah.
And you're by yourself.
And I'm by myself. So I'm like, I know people aren't here. I know I locked the door. Like,
and I know I'm not paying for some new glass.
and I know I'm not paying for some new glass. So like, this is like the first time I didn't get up. And I literally put the sheet over my head. And I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm too tired. And then I woke up and I remembered that one of my cologne bottles was on the bed and it fell and broke.
How did you sleep through all the smell? I broke a
Man, it's that cheap cologne where it's like,
Oh, okay.
where it's
runs
only
out.
there for about a good 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to reapply every 10 minutes.
Got it. All right, here goes another question.
Name a TV show that you want to be a part of, that you would love to be a part of, like in the show or whatever,
I already got it.
and a show that you would not like to be a part of.
Okay, The Office.
Okay,
Don't
hold
have
on.
to hate it, but just something you were like, no, I could not do that show.
Okay, so Nathan can't hear
Name a
anything that
TV
we're hearing,
show
right?
That you want to be a part of, that you would love.
I didn't mean to press play again. So Brandon's question is: name a TV show that you would want to be a part of, and then like, what would be a TV show that you just would never want to be a part of? That's the question. Joey, you said The Office.
I would love to be a part of The Office. Yo,
I can see you being a character for
yo,
sure. in
shout
The
out
Office.
Phyllis, man. Honestly, bro.
Phyllis?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is wild.
Okay.
I could be like,
I think all of us
She's
at this
the most,
table,
like, forgettable
I think all of
character.
us like The Office
Oh, yeah, for
enough
sure.
to like want to be on the show.
I mean, but you're like, to be one of them, you're just like, oh, wait, we're acting?
yeah,
Like,
like,
we're part of the show. We're an
series.
actor.
Oh,
on the
okay.
show.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be my answer, but I do love The Office. But The Office is your answer.
Yeah, The Office,
Yes?
definitely.
A show.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't watch TV.
The Chosen.
I'd want to be. Wow. I'd want to be on Jersey Shore. Nah, just kidding.
I feel like The Office is a good answer, but I feel like it's very like
Safe.
yeah. I'm really into like conspiracy shows. So
I
What's
have
it?
one. I have one. There's a show on Peacock called Superstore.
Oh, that's a good one.
I feel like I would be like a really fun character on that show.
That show's too bright. I can't even watch it. It's so white. I need some color.
says the whitest guy on the podcast.
I don't know. Let's check. Oh, I am
Jerk.
the whitest guy on the podcast.
What about you? The Office?
Yeah, I said The Office.
That's
Okay.
good. That's solid. Brandon, you're killing it with these questions, my dog.
Oh wait, there's a second part. What
Oh,
show?
which one would you not want to be on?
not wanna be-
Friends, easy.
Friends is a good show.
I hate no.
Yeah, same. Fifi's so annoying. What's her name? Fifi?
Freaky.
Freaky.
Freaky Fifi. I don't think I want to be on The Walking Dead. Sounds
that
like
show's
solid
fun.
show,
Yeah, that
yeah.
show it's too old. It
sounds like a lot of walking to me.
boring.
Show.
That you wouldn't want to be on.
The Biggest Loser. Nah.
Yeah, I wouldn't lose anything.
that I wouldn't want to be on.
The smallest winner.
Yeah, probably like The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
We're just copying each other's answers now.
That show's too
Dang.
repetitious. That show never changed. for
Yeah,
me.
it's like, I mean, they're trying. They're trying as hard as they can.
As a kid, what was the weirdest thing you wanted to be when you grew up?
As a kid, what is the weirdest thing you wanted to be when you grew up?
Podcaster.
I have mine.
Weirdest thing. Honestly, I don't think it's that weird, but I think in the context of my family, it was weird. But I wanted to be a car dealer.
Car salesman.
Car salesman. There you go. All because I wanted to get a PT Cruiser, which I don't know why. Because now, yeah, exactly. Those cars are just. I don't know why I thought those cars were so cool.
Out
I
of
was-
all cars,
dude, it was
PT
always. Dude, you know which one
Cruiser.
it was? It was the one that had the wood trim with the purple.
that's crazy.
That's
dude.
so I was like, that's the car I want, and I'm gonna be a car salesman. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna buy it for my
I had
get my
that.
own discount.
I had the Hot Wheels.
Yeah, that's random, right?
Girl-
Pretty random.
Super random.
Random.
Growing up, I legit wanted to be a food judge. Like that was my life aspiration.
Mm.
I wanted to grow up to test food and judge it.
Because you got in trouble judging people a lot. So,
So
then
I
your
just
dad
turned-
said, "Why don't you try
judge
judging
food."
food?" Got
When
it.
when you grow up in church, you really know how to judge things like all the time.
Yeah.
Shout out.
It's funny
Church
you
kids.
say car salesman because when I was growing up, I have a degree in marketing even now because I thought the car commercials were so trash that I could do the most minimal effort
You could kill it.
and I'd like do amazing. And
Yeah.
I've been in a car commercial before
Oh.
because of it.
Really?
Yeah, I was in a summer car commercial
Is it
for
on
like it
YouTube?
ran for like 4 months.
Did
yeah,
you
it's
have
on
flip
YouTube.
flops on and like a surfboard?
Haha,
I
yeah.
don't know.
And my sister was like, it looked like she was like my wife or something. It was kind of weird.
What?
It's like, well, on this episode of Hillbillies Anonymous, no,
Jeez.
but
Joey?
that was the punchline. It was like, I was buying a car and the guy was like, "You ready for summer?" And I was like, "I know you are." And it zooms out, and he's wearing a suit on top, but he's wearing swimming trunks on the bottom. It's on YouTube.
That sounds like most.
We're
like,
gonna find it and we're gonna post a clip during the
Yeah.
that
episode.
sounds like
please.
most car sales videos, which is hilarious that you
Yeah.
thought you were different.
Yeah, no, I didn't
Well,
make it.
He didn't make
I
it. He was just
acted
in
in
it.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Let's make Isaac's dream come true and make him a mock car commercial.
Let's make a car commercial.
Dude, that'd be so funny. That'd be legit.
We should do it with your car, the PT Cruiser.
Wow.
What was the question?
That
You
was
should do it with your car that doesn't have AC.
I was talking about the PT Cruiser that doesn't even exist.
Oh, we're gonna get his Hot Wheel and like zoom into it.
Oh, that's a good idea. All right.
Okay, JoJo.
Something I wanted to be weird. Was it weird? The weird thing I wanted.
Yeah,
to
like what's
Yeah.
like as a kid, it was like that's weird. Like, why would I want to be that?
be? Probably like a chef. I mean,
Chef?
it wasn't weird, but yeah, that's probably about it.
You
Interesting.
weirdo.
Oh no, I wanted to be Cake Boss,
Oh.
You can make it. I'll
Dude, we
judge
used
it.
to watch that all the time at your house.
dude. That dude's man. Shout out, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Sponsor.
He has
Give us a cake,
he has
brother.
Give us a
restaurant here
cake.
in McAllen,
Yeah. That's what's
right?
up. Like a little bakery thing.
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah,
has
yeah, at the
something
mall,
here.
right?
Yeah.
At the mall.
At
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mall.
yeah. That's fire.
All right,
It's never open.
Let's do a few more. Let's see. This is another one from PK.
It's Q&A night.
All right, Joey, this one's for you.
Joey.
What are you not looking forward to in marriage?
Wow.
Jeez.
That's a life update right there. Is this guy's engaged?
Yeah, your boy's engaged. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, shout out to my future baby mama. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I love you, babe. One thing I'm not looking forward to marriage.
Let's just clarify this. There's a lot of things you're looking forward to, but what's just maybe one thing you're not looking forward to? Yeah.
I would say like trying to figure out whose house we're going to for like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go.
That's tricky. That is very tricky.
It's
my
a
friend.
hard one.
But yeah, that's probably one of them. Yeah, that the figuring out, and then like
That was you. You keep hitting the.
Okay.
it's not a spaceship, dude. Jesus. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
That and probably like I'm very picky about what I eat, as you can see. Like I'm not big because I'm just like to eat around. I'm big because I like to eat good food. So probably that.
Like if she's not a good cook, you're gonna be like, gotta
So-
send you to Tia Ruthie boot camp.
She needs to go.
You know that Brandon straight up was like, Tia, I'm being serious. I'm gonna bring my wife to you so you can teach her how to cook.
Did she? Did he?
No.
Shout out Yesenia, #1 fan of the podcast. We appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So that's it. Basically,
I think
trying to
so.
decide. Okay.
I mean, we'll find out. In next year, we'll go back on the podcast and
Okay.
we'll talk.
When you get married?
December.
There's another one from Brandon.
What is the most embarrassing thing you've said in a meeting, like professionally or at church? It's the most embarrassing thing you've uttered. We've all done it. We've all said something.
So I'll go first. It's not something that I said. It's something that came out of me. I farted. It was silent but deadly. And we literally in this building, we used to meet every Tuesday and discuss like what's gonna happen throughout the week or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was a small little room, dude. Where the room is for the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Small little room, and I sneezed, and I didn't mean to, but it just came out of me. It came out of me, and I literally was like, "Oh no," and I didn't say anything out loud, but in my head I was like, "Oh no, oh no, oh no!" Right? And I smelt it right away, and I was like, "There's no way that I'm the only one that is smelling this monstrosity."
You try to play somebody else or no?
So I just stood there for a little bit, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll be right back," and I just got up and walked out, and I just hung out in the kitchen for like 10 minutes.
You edited it out, right?
You dropped the bomb
I
and,
left the
and
door
let it
open.
rip.
I went back in. It still smelled. Anyway,
Dang.
yeah, it was really bad.
I think mine's probably like similar to yours. One time I was little, a long time ago, but we went. I was with Brandon, Joy, and Caleb, and my brother, and we went to this church because my dad was gonna preach there, and I'm there like we're the new kids, right? So this like children's church, and so service is going on, and they're doing the preaching, and I farted loud, bro, like loud, that the kids turned around to me. They were like, "You're sick." Once they turned around at me, I turned around to them like, trying to play it off, but it was loud. It was really bad.
I have one.
Go ahead. I don't think
So,
I have one of
we
these
were
stories.
we were in COVID and we were live streaming, right? And like me and my wife were there. They had just asked us to be the youth directors, right? And then so we're like coming up with stuff on the spot. We don't know what the heck we're doing, and we're like, you know what? We got to do games. We got to do something because we're just online and nobody's here. So we're streaming live, and we had that game. You know that thing where you put the stuff in your
yeah.
mouth, like
That's
And
crazy.
you have to
and
pronounce a word.
try to talk, you know. and then my wife puts it in, and she's looking at me like, "Oh, okay, you look kind of cute, right? All right, I like that." And then she's like, and her mouth is wide open like this. And I'm like, I like it. It reminds me of our wedding night. I say this live. they just like
There's
fell.
no
Nate literally
way.
fell to the floor.
Dude, what
That-
did she say?
I'm
She
looking
was
that
just
up.
like that, and she was like, and she looks at the camera.
I'm looking that up tomorrow morning.
Honestly, that wasn't supposed to be sexual at all. I just thought it'd be funny.
What did she say?
And my
This guy.
and pastor was like, "Oh no, I didn't hear it or whatever. Like I think you're good, bro. Like the youth literally made a chat. Like
made a
what
group
this guy
chat.
say?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, none of you guys are attending church. None of you guys are watching online. But this is when you get all right. I see that.
This guy, dude.
All right, let's do one more. One more.
Do you believe in the lottery conspiracy theory where
Okay,
the lottery
here we go.
picks people who they want to give money to?
Why don't they pick me?
Is the lottery like a person?
I'd never heard that before.
I've
But
never
I
heard that
don't.
one.
I don't think so.
I don't know, but I literally. So I won a lottery, but it was one of those the ones from the games when you buy the half tickets. So my wife and I we're the record holders for the biggest lottery won at a Vipers game,
Dang, brother.
My
and
man.
that thing's gone.
So
That thing's
this is
quickly
this
left.
is probably like a really good segue into what we're gonna talk about also, which is conspiracy theories. I know you guys said that you've never heard it. I don't really know a lot of the conspiracy
I
theories.
never heard that one.
So
Yeah, I never heard that
we're kind of here to we're y'all's pupils. We're learning.
I got one to break the ice.
Okay, well, good because I had you first. So
Okay,
just
cool.
give us like
I'll give y'all my top three.
Oh, shoot.
It's not
Okay.
not long, but I'm gonna ask y'all this question. I want you to be honest.
Okay.
I guarantee you 100% you have never seen your neighbors bring in the groceries.
I've heard that before. That's crazy.
Have you ever seen your neighbors bring in their groceries? And has your neighbors ever seen you bring in groceries?
Wait a second. Hold on.
It's never been.
The grocery. What is the
Seen
one where you play
before.
the creepy music?
Think about it.
Ah.
John, have you ever seen your neighbors bring in groceries?
I've never ever seen any of my neighbors bring in groceries.
Why do I feel like I have? But like I haven't.
Have you, okay, and have you ever seen people seen you bring in groceries?
No.
Ain't that kind of wild? Have you ever seen your neighbor bring in groceries?
I don't think so.
Because I've never seen my people bring in groceries, bro.
I
That's
heard that
crazy.
one
That's
before.
crazy.
Like-
That is crazy.
Okay. Second one.
Let's go.
Have you ever seen your neighbors poop?
That one I have a couple times.
Have you? Okay. Do you think mermaids are real?
Yes.
Okay, what are we talking about?
I've only seen one really convincing video
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
Are
And
we
it's the
talking?
one? It's the one where the hand hits the submarine thing and goes across the screen.
That
it
exists?
It doesn't even look fake one bit.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so freaking real
Yeah.
that I'm like, I don't even want to look more into it. Like,
So our skin under the water that long wouldn't be our skin. So would it just be like a humanoid fish?
Yeah. Yeah.
What would make it a mermaid?
Well, the question is, do you think mermaids are real?
they have to be really good at cleaning, right?
What? What?
Because the maid.
Oh.
Sky.
Is that part of the song? Yeah. They'd be really good at
So
cleaning.
what would
Yeah.
make a mermaid a mermaid?
I don't.
For
I
me
don't.
to-
I don't
for
think.
me to
I don't
answer.
think.
What is a mermaid?
I don't think I believe in like the typical like mermaid, but I do think there's stuff out there.
So
Like,
there's this thing on
definitely.
TikTok,
Like
if you look it up,
sirens.
called Sirens.
Yeah.
And basically, back in the day when people would sail, they would say that the beautiful women would sing, which would be the sirens. They would go, whatever, like, I don't know.
I know it
There you
is.
go. Yeah. Exactly. And they
Are you
would
a
be
siren?
lured and then they would capture them. My question is, okay, that in the
It's
Bible,
happening again, Isaac.
I was about to
It's
say that.
happening again.
it's dropping.
Sponsored by Transformers.
Hold up. Oh, okay. So, wow, that's crazy.
I know what you're gonna say.
Okay, so
The Bible.
yes, so the Bible says that
Mm-hmm.
the fallen angels,
Yes.
they would have sex with the humans,
Yes.
and that's how giants were born, or
The
giants were
Nephilim.
made. The Nephilim. Okay, what's to say? First off, the fallen angels are wicked. They're evil.
Yeah.
What's to say that when they came to where they were whatever, right? Like, who's to say they didn't sleep around with animals and create different species or different creatures?
Yeah. So the book of Enoch, I think it talks about like minotaurs
Yeah.
and like half this, half that.
Yeah.
And this is an ancient like thing of philosophy. Like the Greeks, they believe that gods would come down and mate with humans, and
Yeah.
and that's how demigods were created and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is old concepts
Yeah.
that come from biblical times. So yes, I'm
And
with
the reason
that.
why
know
I
that.
say about the mermaids is because when the flood happened, it only killed everything on land, not on water.
My man.
So what if there are creatures or like I don't know, krakens like in the
Definitely.
ocean? Because we haven't explored all of the ocean. We only explored like I think like 10% or something like that. Not even like the
Dang.
whole thing.
No, yeah, I think they've said they discovered more about space than they have the ocean.
What?
Which is wild.
Yeah.
So that
I
was something.
believe there's like some sort of thing out there that's not like a movie mermaids or sirens. Whatever that looks like. But that's why I never shy away from believing in aliens either.
We're back.
Yeah. It happens to me at least once every episode. It's just trash.
Okay, what's the third one?
So hold on real quick. Sirens is spelled literally SIRENS.
Yep.
Yeah, because they
Okay,
make
there's a
noise.
band called Sleeping with Sirens.
Oh, I remember that
Yeah.
band. Ooh.
Maybe they
Good-
made
Good conspiracy.
more siren. And they
Maybe
wrote
they're
songs about it. No, I'm just kidding.
maybe they're
All
demons.
right, what's your third one?
My third one
So far as
is-
both of those are extremely interesting to me.
Okay, so there was a video on TikTok. Okay, I talked about the Nephilim, right? There was a video on TikTok where there was this guy who he was like Secret Service. He handled like top security things, and he was let into a certain level in Area 51. He's all blacked out. You can't see his face for protection or whatever. But he says when he got down to the lower levels, he had to sign a contract that he couldn't say anything about God, and he couldn't say anything about Jesus. He couldn't say anything biblical. He couldn't say anything. He signs the contract. He goes down to the lower levels, and he sees giants. He sees Nephilim. That's what he says. I see Nephilim, and I overhear them saying, "We are getting ready for war against God."
Wait, where's this coming from? Like, how do you know what he said?
Because he recorded himself, but like it was like a
Oh,
like you know like secret service, like
Yeah.
he's like hiding himself so he doesn't get caught or whatever. But he said when he went down to the lower areas of 51, he saw giants making weapons to
what?
rage war against God.
So basically, his it was like a silhouette, and his voice was skewed, so
Yeah.
you couldn't tell who it was.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Gotcha.
talking about, right? You seen that video? So, like maybe it is true. Like okay, not maybe it is true. Like whenever the rapture happens and that heaven goes to war with the devil. What if the Nephilims have just been hiding this whole time, trying to make weapons?
I
and
believe that.
trying to use our science and trying to use and like they're what they know to collab or whatever. That's interesting, right?
I have two
Okay.
that I can think off
Love
the top of my
those.
that I can think off the top of my head right now, and they kind of go. The first one kind of goes with what Joe was saying about the Area 51 stuff. Have you heard it? I'm sure you have too. About the blue horse at the Colorado airport. Have you heard about that or no?
Lucifer.
Lucifer.
Just assume that we don't know anything.
Okay, so this one is half a conspiracy theory, half not, because this stuff is like true and it's like public for everybody to see. At the Colorado airport, the national airport or the international airport, there is a huge statue of a blue horse outside the airport, and it's called Lucifer. That's what it's called. It's a huge blue horse, and it has red eyes that light up at night, and that's like public. Like
They're
that's
supposed to.
Yeah, like it was made as like for that, and it's literally it has like a plaque like the museums, and it says Blucifer. And so this whole airport is already known to be like super creepy, and to be like, it's known for like secret tunnels, and it's known like Colorado Airport
Secret tunnel.
I knew you were gonna do that.
like this airport is like famous for all things like conspiracy theories. But I heard it earlier today. It says usually when people or the government or whatever try to hide like certain things, right? They try to like make fences around stuff like Area 51. They like the way the fence is set up, like the barbed wire and stuff like that, right? It goes away from you. Like if you're going to Area 51, there's a fence and there's a barbed wire, but there's an angle, and it's angled away from you. For Area 51, for all these like big places that the government doesn't want you to go into, there's fence and there's barbed wire facing away from you. In the Colorado airport, the barbed wire is facing you, kind of like a jail. Because a jail doesn't stop people from coming in. A jail stops people from getting people out.
That's crazy.
And so in this Colorado airport, they have a whole section of it where the Blue Horse is at. They have it fenced off and barbed wired. And the barbed wire is set up like a jail, to where it doesn't not allow you in, but it doesn't allow you out. So they're saying that, like, they're looking at it from the point of view that that's like they have like a prison, essentially, like a jail for stuff that we don't know, for it not to come out of the airport instead of us going in.
I don't know how Nate's just relaxing over
Dude.
there. Heck.
It's chilling.
And so they
Because
say
you can't
like
hear the creepy music in our headphones.
this is where it gets more conspiracy theory, and they say that like they found like back rooms like in the lower basements of the Colorado airport. And when they ask people, all of the guys say like nobody denies that there's like actual like tunnels underground at the airport, like all the people that work there. They just say that it's for baggage. It's like, oh yeah, it's we have a whole like pretty much like a under city under the airport, but they say that it's for baggage and for different stuff to go to travel through the airport. But people say like that, like kind of what Joey was saying, like people have been down there and like they are like they either don't come back out of the airport, they're literally never found, or they come out and they like don't speak on anything, like they're like traumatized,
Or they're sacrificed. One of those. That's crazy. That was a good. The barbed wire thing is crazy.
Yeah, that's what caught my attention, because literally they say Area 50, like there's like pictures of this stuff, and the only place it's barbed wired like a jail for you not to come out is there at the Blucifer like monumental thing, which is crazy that it's called Blucifer, and it's a blue horse with red eyes that lights up. It's like, yeah, and then the other one.
But is it spelled like Lucifer, just with a B in front of it?
Blue, like Lucifer with the B, like blue, like
it's not BLUECIFER.
No, it's blue, like
Lucifer with the B in front of it.
BLUICEFER. I didn't spell that right, but whatever Lucifer is with the B, Blucifer. But like, and yeah, and then the other one, and I sent you this one on TikTok the other day, I think, like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They apparently. They're saying that, right, Antarctica is ice wall, right? It goes, it piggybacks off of this theory that and like we're in the middle, right, and Antarctica is a big ice wall, right? Well, in the Bible, right, like Satan took Jesus to the highest mountain, right, and showed him the kingdoms of the world, right, and where that whole thing went down. So there's this. The highest known peak that like hasn't been public, that like they actually discovered, is in Antarctica, or no, the North Pole. But if you check on Google Maps, it shows you like a super like pixelated area. But if you check on the wind maps of the North Pole, there's this like mountain peak that's high enough to block the wind. And no other peak in the world is high enough to block its own wind. Like, not even Mount Everest. Like, the wind go, like it doesn't break through it. So what they're saying is that if you open up the globe, like just open it up, the North Pole is actually in the very middle of like every other continent. Like it's literally the very middle, right? And so what the thing is they're saying that out of that highest peak, the very bottom, like the valley of it, there's like an oasis, like a green oasis in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the ice.
What?
There's a green, and this is like, you can look it up on a map. There's an oasis, and out of that little square, it's like an island, and it has 4 rivers that come out of it.
Oh no!
And so what they're saying is that could have been the Garden of Eden, because it says that there's 4 rivers that come out of it,
Yeah.
right? And so they're saying that that's the real, that peak is the real Mountain of Zion, and that the Mountain of Zion that is named Mountain of Zion is like named after it, because they're saying that it only makes sense that this is in the middle of the world. Like it's like dead smack in the middle of everything. If Satan took Jesus to the highest point, which is this, you're in the middle of all the kingdoms. Like you're literally dead smack. If you look around, you see all the continents. So like it doesn't make sense that if this peak was in Israel, whatever it is, like Jerusalem, right?
Yeah.
You even if you go super high, you can't see everything. Like you'd be seeing as far as your eye can see.
Yeah.
But if you go to this peak in the middle of the world, wherever you look, there's land, because you're dead smack in the middle.
So then that goes to the question, is the earth flat?
This is a lot to take in.
I'm not saying it is, but
At 1
I
a.m.
mean, it's a theory.
I'm not saying it's not.
It's 1 a.m. All of us got to wake up.
The
in the
one
morning.
the one thing that I always say to like back kind of fire that is, you have to take into account this is written like thousands of years ago, and so it does talk about the firmament and it does talk about all that stuff in the Bible, but they didn't have the science back then. Like looking at it from like, this is stupid, the earth is round. They couldn't have had a way to tell that the earth was round or flat.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're standing on something, your logical mind tells you that it's flat, right? If you never think about it, if you're standing on something, you assume it's flat. And so, just as the same way that Joshua said that the earth stopped. No, he said the sun stopped, right? Now we know that the earth stopped because the earth is the one rotating, right? Just as he said that the sun stopped, they could have just assumed the earth was flat because they're standing on it. And that's the first thing you can think of. But if you want to counter that, it does talk about the firmament in a lot of parts of the Bible. And it says that the earth is a footstool for God, which God rests his feet on. And a footstool is not round. It talks about the firmament, which the firmament, like, essentially is like the dome.
Talks about the 4 corners.
Yeah, it says that he placed the earth on a foundation and that it would never be moved, so that cancels out the earth rotating.
And so to combat that, people say, well, but we've taken pictures from space. But then there's a whole thing where it's like, we can't trust
computer generated.
we can't trust anything that's from
So
space.
I was just looking this up, and so my question was, we've only been to the moon, I believe. The last time we went to the moon was on December 19th, 1972. We've only been once, and our technology now is more advanced than ever.
Oh yeah, this is 50 years ago.
They
Pretty
said
much.
that
So why haven't we gone back to the moon?
the dumb answer, honestly, that they give, like the NASA and stuff,
They got rid of the technology.
is that they got rid of the technology. They broke it. They destroyed it. And
Why?
They haven't been able to. But they don't say why. They just, whenever they're confronted with that question, they say that technology was destroyed, and that there's no way to build it back.
So my thing to say about that is, like, what else is there to do on the moon? Like, why waste the resources and the time because it takes what, several years or not years,
No,
several months to come back.
It's 12 days a trip, 12-day trip.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, like, what is there on the moon that is like, well, we need to go back to the moon? Like,
mean,
you've been
probably-
there, you've already gone once. You. I'm sure they took samples. They did all kinds of stuff. They documented. Like, what else is there to do?
I mean, to be the first to get there. I mean, there's other countries, right? Like, hey, we want to be the first to get here. We want to be the first to get. It's this war of ownership, I guess.
But what is there to own on the moon?
Like if we go back, like why would we want to go back?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
To keep
Like,
on, like I said,
we've only been to the moon once. It's like, okay, why do you want to go to the moon twice?
I'd say to keep
You
on.
get me?
To keep on.
I get you.
I think they'd say to keep on discovering, because if you think about it, like in governments, like literally the only reason they like exist is to have control, right? Like, and not even looking at it from a conspiracy kind of mindset. Governments want control, whether it's people, like whether it's land, whether it's whatever. And so I think the more they explore, and it doesn't have to be just space, it could be the ocean, it could be all this kind of stuff. The more they explore, the faster they explore, the more ownership they can have. Like the more, and obviously it sounds crazy to think, oh yeah, like the ownership of the moon or ownership of planets and stuff like that. But like, how much further are we from like realistically being like, they've acquired what they want. They have like people who literally started wars over just control. Like, you don't think they would want control over the next biggest thing?
But is that the moon? That's all I'm trying to say.
I mean, why would it be Mars?
Is controlling the moon the next biggest thing? Like, what is, other than the tides and stuff, like what else is it like?
I mean, I think for them it's more of like, well, supposedly like they found life on Mars, so they're trying to find our new planet in a sense because of the way our Earth is going right now.
Speaking about that, I remembered another conspiracy theory that I heard. This one's not that crazy. Oh, it is kind of crazy, but there's a lot of stuff to back it up too. A lot of scientists are now figuring out that each month should only be 28 days, and realistically we should have 13 months. Because if you think about it, the women's cycle is every 28 days. The tide, like the tides, every time they change, is every 28 days. The moon phases are every 28 days. And then one other thing that they were saying was this is where it gets like crazy. Like the old like Indians, like the native like Mayans and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They would base their calendar off of a turtle's back. Because if you look at a turtle, like the shell of a turtle, outside rings, they have 13 rings, and inside of it they have 28 little circles.
No way.
And so that they would say that like the entire Earth reflects a 28-day cycle. And they also look at the months. They said, I can't remember, where's my phone's dead. But if you look at it, like September means 7. Sep in Latin, I think. October is 8. November 9, and it goes like that. And they were saying March is I think the like Greek god or whatever of war. And I think it was April or something like that means new beginnings, or it's like new start. And so they were saying that the entire and what was it? And if you go back in time and you like start the world and solely base your life or the lifespan of the Earth on a 28-day calendar, they say that I forget how it is, but it's like the first day of the year in that month, starting from the very beginning of the Earth, is April. It's the year starts in April 1st, right? They say that is the very beginning of the day, and they saying that the very beginning is when Jesus was resurrected, right? That's when they say that the Earth should have started when Jesus resurrected. And so that they're saying that now, what day has all the governments agreed, or the U.S., that is April 1st. April Fools.
Fool's Day.
So they're saying that they've made you believe that you're a fool for rejecting the calendar that God set of a 13-month calendar with 28 days. And so that they're like, April Fools is as much as a holiday as Halloween, because they're literally celebrating, and they're calling you a fool for believing the 12-month calendar and like essentially rejecting the day that Jesus was born, or that Jesus resurrected. Sorry. So, yeah,
That's wild.
So there's a really good documentary called The Real Mount Sinai, and it's like super chopped because it's like super old, but basically where they do like the tour sites where it says it's Mount Sinai, it's not it. They did actually found it that that's not the real Mount Sinai. That I forgot what the mountain's called, but they did research, and like the Egyptian government doesn't want people, like that mountain's gated because they don't want people to go around it. And then in the Bible it says that Moses and the Israelites, they made sacrifices at the mountain when Moses was up there getting the 10 Commandments, that they actually found the altars that the Israelites made whenever they were making the.
Wow.
So you should look up the video. It's called The Real Mount Sinai. It's like about an hour long. It's so good.
and they're saying that mountain, like on in the North Pole, that the very top of it is like blacked, like it's like completely like black ice, and they call it, it's black stone. That's what they call it. And the number one, I think one of the, or if not the richest company in the whole world, like in the entire like planet, is a
Blackstone.
It's Blackstone.
Guess what? They own my company.
Really?
I work for them.
Yeah. Like they're saying that like the Blackstone is because that's where they believe that like eternal wisdom comes from, because that's what the tablets were for, the 10 Commandments. They believe those to be like eternal wisdom because it was straight from God. And so Blackstone is like the number one company, most richest company in the world.
Yeah.
And they're called Blackstone because of the black stone on Mount Sinai.
Well, let's park it there, because if not, we're gonna be up to like another 5 hours talking about scary stuff.
Hey, let us know what your favorite conspiracy theory is in the comments.
Yeah.
And we'll probably talk about it in the next one.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So, for those of you who have been following us for a while now, you guys know that Joey and Jesse, which I mentioned at the beginning, this isn't their first time on the podcast. Jesse was on still our most famous episode, Lessons Learned.
You're welcome.
And Joey, we've had him on before. He got stuck in an elevator and he almost died. But he's here with us today.
Hallelujah.
And fun fact.
Oh my God.
Fun fact for y'all. We're like totally switching gears. Like, I'm so glad to see y'all smiling right now. So
yeah, because you finally took off the creepy music.
Dude, that music was getting me.
I'm not gonna lie.
Bro.
When he was talking about some things, the piano started building up, and I was like, "Nah, this is not it."
So one of the things
I'm not sleeping tonight.
One of the things that
I'll sleep with
I
you.
had asked Joey, I was like, "Hey, next time you come down, let's record an episode." And so we recorded an audio episode, but it was like chalked. It was like super bad. Something happened to it.
Yeah.
And we did like a
Worst
freestyle.
than
We
an
did
hour
like
of my
all
life.
kinds of stuff on it, and it was so funny. It was so legit. So we're gonna redeem that
Oh man.
that freestyle.
Topic switch is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super. That's how we do things.
We
around
need
here.
to lighten things up.
Right. So what are some random things that we can throw Joey's way to try to freestyle about? That's too big.
How about I try to rhyme with everything that's on the table?
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Did you like the J Dilla beat that I put earlier, or you want something else?
That beat's hard.
All right.
That beat goes hard.
Are you ready?
Go for it.
Just kidding.
Oh, what the? I was like, yeah. I was like, you want me to keep on going with the conspiracy theories?
All right, here goes Joey. Joey's just gonna rap about what's on the table here.
Okay. Yeah. I'm standing in the mirror. I swear I wish I had a tree beard. I trim it up. I use the knife to clean it up. I don't know what to say. Don't get me angry. Chilling with the boys. And we're kinda hangry. Yeah. Okay. Know that I will never fall. I hit it back like a volleyball. Just doing what I'm supposed to. Feeling like I don't know what I need, cause I need some brand new slides for my shoes. I don't know if I can walk. Shut up, let me talk. Hey, don't know what I'ma say. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Wish I was little like Ant-Man. I wish I was little like Ant-Man. I wish I was little like Ant-Man, but I'm big. But I'm big, like a pig. And if I walk by, step on a twig. Yeah. Yeah. Word? Yeah. Okay. You look like a piranha plant. And you smell like doo-doo. I wish I could read this book right next to me, but I'm dyslexic like poo-poo. I don't know what to say. I think we about to end the show. Can't wait to go to sleep. Hey ho. I don't know, man. It's late. Hey. I don't know. Wish I could rap.
That was good.
That was kind of hard.
But I'm not a rapper.
I'm not a rapper.